I have one thing to say. Don't start fucking using nicotine.
Welcome back to Twin City Speaks, episode 42.
That was a good way to go. Welcome back, folks.
Who are you? Who are we? What are we doing? Should we have a podcast? Probably not.
My name is Simon. This is Tyler, and we're here to fuck your shit up with probably a bunch of information that is like half good and half does it really matter? Who knows? Let's find out together.
Do we know what we're going to talk about? Kinda, maybe,
know,
a little bit.
Should be fun.
It's always fun.
It's always fun. I love how you have episode 41 written there, and it is not actually the episode we're on right now.
Funny enough, not even the actual right thing I wanted to pull up.
Well, good thing I mentioned it. I mean,
Yeah.
you would have read the first line and been like, this is not the right one, but it's
yeah.
still more fun than
No,
it
you want to
is.
know what makes it even better is actually I'm going to go to the episode 40.
Oh, I see.
Because I put it for 40. We didn't talk about it at all. So I just have them up. Just for if we get in a lull.
I see.
Something to talk
A
about.
lull in the moment.
So, guys, this will be coming out. What date?
Next Monday.
Next
day
Monday.
is today. Or wait, no. Dude, it's out today. Because we're recording it and it's going to be posted.
Well, no, but what day are they going to see it? Would be the 16th.
Okay. But when they see this, it will already be the 16th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really
but it's not the 16th for us, obviously. Like,
It's such a good start.
it's a great start.
Good start.
It's why I'm prefacing that this will be coming out next week from us, is because the information that I'm going to like start talking about there will probably already
Oh, it'll be a
more.
week old.
And I was going to start with the shooting in New York.
Yeah, right. The CEO.
The CEO of United Health.
United, what is it called? United Health Group or something? Shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck is that group?
So-
Obviously, you can discern to some degree what the fuck it is, but what is it actually?
It's a giant healthcare provider in the States that you know how we have government funded where people pay for healthcare.
Yeah. I understand.
So it's like one of those health
Just
health
another
insurance.
company.
It's health insurance,
another company.
but like one of the bigger ones,
Right.
like a Pfizer.
Probably Big Pharma has their hand in it.
Yeah,
This kid probably lost his mom to some cancer that was curable, and he's probably like, I'm going to get my revenge.
Well, yeah,
I'm an Avenger.
The motive we're still not sure of, but
Yeah, which I'm fascinated to find out what it actually is. Because in all seriousness, he doesn't seem like a crazy. You know what I mean?
maybe psychopathic, but
Oh, yeah. What I meant is like
No.
he doesn't seem like he's like, the world eater is coming. That kind of
No.
crazy. He just seems like a guy who broke
yeah,
and who had a mission.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So-
I'm curious. Like,
So for those
is there
unfamiliar,
validity to this?
the CEO of United Health, the insurance company in the States, was shot and killed in New York a few days ago for us.
was
now.
it in the street? Right?
Yeah.
That's
So this is what happened. Okay. Because they're kind of figuring out a little bit more, like obviously as time goes on.
Yep.
Apparently he took a Greyhound from Atlanta to New York.
That's dedicated.
He's from his last known address is in Hawaii or something,
Okay.
and he's from Maryland.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Those are like we're.
Yo, yeah, no. He like, it's mapped out.
Yeah.
But he apparently got off the Greyhound. He was staying at a hostel or something.
Okay.
Because like that makes sense. You
Yeah.
would be at a
No,
hotel, like
Lots of people do use hostels.
yeah. He showed up. He knew that there was an annual meeting where the CEO was going to be, and the CEO left the hotel on his way to it, and he shot him 3 times.
Wow.
Do you remember what was on the bullets?
No, I know it had something on.
One
it,
was
though.
like deny,
deny,
delay,
and
something else.
which
Okay. There's validity to the words because that is like insurance is like
it
way to
is.
not pay.
Yeah.
Delay, deny coverage.
Yeah.
Because the way their coverage is if the patient dies, they don't have to pay for those
Exactly.
medical bills.
Yeah.
And that's basically like that's the health insurance's game is because obviously
100%.
they want your money, they don't have to give it out.
No, definitely not. They just want to rake it in and then promise you that they'll help you out.
And like apparently it's notoriously bad. Like 66% of claims don't get delayed or denied.
It's just printing money.
It was I seen a statistic. It was like $100 billion in the last like 3 months or something.
And it's all money that is like They're just paying this monthly subscription, basically. Essentially, it was what it is. For the knowledge that you're promised help if shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And then 66% of the time, they just go, no.
Well, it's like how we pay for our coverage through work.
I know, yeah.
It'd be like if we went, say you went to go get a massage.
And they just went,
nah, I don't
no.
think you need it.
No. Exactly. Whereas here, they literally don't do that.
No.
They also want your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't care who pays. So, like, the chiropractor was totally cool with me paying or, Green Shield paying.
But
They
also
don't care.
Green Shield will also, like, doesn't deny claims like that.
That's my point also, is it's not the same kind of structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
America is built on denying.
Yes.
That's what they're best at.
Corporate America.
That's what they're best at.
So then, further from that, so delay, deny, something else on the casings, which is crazy.
I think...
And he had a
honestly,
silencer
that's about as hard as it fucking gets.
that you engraved on
Putting words on the bullets?
on the casings.
Brother, that's fucking cool. There's nobody that can tell me that's not cool.
No, they're like, is this guy a hitman? Like,
The coolest shit ever. Thank you for doing this.
this is a crazy story. Okay?
Like, that detail alone was what got me into it.
And apparently he went immediately from there to Central Park, dropped off a decoy backpack full of Monopoly money, which they found 3 days later. Which I haven't looked into what they're hypothesizing the meaning is, and it'll probably come out, like, especially like if the guy that they have in custody is him, he'll probably disclose it because he seems like he's not trying to really run.
Deny, delay, and depose.
Yes. Oof. So no, you can see it's personal. It's personal. But full Monopoly money, which I'm going to assume just like corporate greed is kind of what he's alluding to. Then they found him in Pennsylvania recently.
Right.
And he was like caught, and he had like 4 different like fake IDs, the gun, like a gun with a silencer, like everything.
Right. Yeah, right.
But another thing is because they posted like a few different pictures, and it's been like different guys. Also in New York, they're having like a competition, like a lookalike competition with a cash prize of who looks the most like him.
Wow, dude.
And
for what purpose? Exactly. Like, what are we doing here? What are we
also,
trying to do here?
when it first happened, it was a $10,000 reward for who could find him. Now it's I think up to 50.
I still don't think that's enough.
No, not
that company really care? No, they don't give a fuck.
No,
they're just gonna put another guy there.
Yes, and
that's why they don't give a shit.
And also, a lot of people have been like, because they couldn't find him for days, and there's huge criticism where it's like, okay, a CEO of a $1 billion company gets killed, and it's an entire police search, all the resources possible. A normal person gets killed. It doesn't even make like news headlines.
I don't even know about that. What? You sure somebody got killed down that street? Nobody cares.
The police give it like 2 seconds.
Yeah, you literally get like I think 24 hours, and then they're like,
yeah,
okay, whatever.
It's been
a week.
There's a whole show like the first 48 is the most important for a homicide.
It's true.
It was after 72 hours is when they finally found someone to put in custody.
Yeah.
And they're not quite sure if it's him, but
I mean, whatever.
But also, on top of that, is because he apparently has a YouTube channel, and there was one that got scheduled and it had like a timer tick down, and then it says like December 11th, like the truth comes out or something.
Oh, is it? So it's out?
No, today's the 10th. Tomorrow.
Oh, it's the 10th today.
I think it's tomorrow.
I got confused.
So I think if as long as I'm getting my facts straight, so tomorrow there should be stuff posted. And I'm assuming there's probably going to be lots.
Probably.
So it's like, might be like an expose.
And this could just be like...
It might be him sitting down giving his motive.
Who knows? I'm excited.
But but it got released when he got put in custody.
So...
It's like he planned to get... Like, it's like he planned to.
There's a chance he did. Maybe he's... given up. Like, we don't know anything, right? He hasn't talked. Has he talked?
I missed a huge part. At the beginning it says, if you're seeing this, I'm in custody.
Huh.
So it was like...
yeah, he is planned then.
It's fully planned. And now, did he like plan on getting imprisoned like that day and it was already scheduled, or does he have someone that's doing it for him?
Right.
I don't know. We don't know. But this is a Batman villain.
Yeah, no kidding. This is really cool. Okay, no. Not a villain.
No, maybe not.
I'm not convinced it's a villain yet.
But I mean, like, as far as all the plotting and that's just what people are saying.
It's called prep time.
oh, this was he can't get off on second or third degree murder.
No, this is. Oh my God, no.
This is
Dude, you engraved bullets.
this is a case study for first degree murder.
Dude, like everything pointed at the direction of this guy's gonna die. Like, yeah, no, he's fucked.
Imagine though if he ended up like not killing him and like all this prep work. I think you've thought of everything though.
That's it, right? Like he knew where he was gonna be. He knew
knew
that
the
meeting was
meeting.
happening. He knew it all. He knew it
And
all.
now how?
Pay people off.
Like, and he's like a young guy from fucking like Hawaii. Or something.
You know, you can rob someone and then pay people off as you go. I don't know. I'm just putting things
Yeah.
together. You know what I mean? But like, if I was that guy and I needed that information, I'd go up to a guy and be like, "I'll give you $1,000 if you tell me this."
Yeah. Like, oh,
You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you $1,000 right now. Yeah, okay. Here's $1,000. You gonna tell me or no?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I know I'm just using 1,000 as an example. $100 bill's not gonna do fuck all.
No.
But point being is, if you have enough to bribe and the person's weak-willed, you can get any information you want.
Because
Man.
also we don't know. Like, let's assume motive for a second
Sure.
that it was someone close to him that was
Sure.
denied health care and died because of it.
Yeah, which is kind of what I'm thinking, but that's
It's a
very
good theory.
early theory type thing.
It's a
but
good
yeah.
theory. It could be just that he hates corporate America,
Which-
like, or not corporate America, but like
The corporate healthcare type
Yeah.
situation. I'm with them. It's pretty toxic.
maybe.
You
But
know?
I'm assuming it's more personal
I would
because it seems very personal.
Dude, really stands out to me, the engraving of the bullets. Like, you don't just do that for any guy that you need to kill. You know what I mean? You do that with a fucking personal vendetta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I fucking want this guy dead. And it's like, I'm going to make sure that when he's dead and they check him over and everything, they fucking understand.
Now,
You know what I mean?
I wonder why killing the CEO.
It doesn't
unless-
seem like the best play, but it is. It
sends a message.
Head, right? It's the head of this.
No, but also like maybe it could be more personal to where like the CEO personally
Maybe it's
had a hand.
him himself. Yeah. Maybe it's
Like we don't know all the
his
information.
family relations. Maybe that guy, fucked over his mom, or who knows? I'm just making things up.
We have no idea.
Completely made up.
For the
Completely made up.
disclaimer, we have no idea. We're
No
going.
clue.
We have facts and we're just basing opinions
Yeah,
off.
I'm
of
just throwing shit to the fire here.
This is like a theory.
100%. Fucking day one theory, basically.
But, like, who knows?
Really out there.
It could have been years ago that this happened, and he's been like
Plotting. the whole time.
saving up money,
Dude,
because
it's very possible.
in a few months you can't get 4 fake IDs, a silencer. Well, maybe in America, like to
Okay,
get
yeah,
what
maybe
he.
you could. Yeah.
But the fake IDs and everything, I
Shit.
feel like that would take time and also a lot of money.
But also, like, who are you involved with? If he's a university student, then there's definitely sketch bags there. Maybe they make good IDs. Maybe he had resources. He obviously had resources, and lots of them. Dude, lots of them.
And the planning.
Like people, places, names,
Or
times.
actually, let's throw a crazy theory. What if he's like part of a group?
Yeah. What if it's just that was one strike? You know what I mean? Like if it was
Maybe,
just
maybe there's more to come, or
Right.
maybe he just
it's
like
an organization.
maybe he created a group and he's like I'm gonna take the fall, but
Be the
use-
martyr.
Yeah. Have you
Interesting.
have you ever watched iRobot?
Yeah, of course.
So you know Fuck Society or whatever, the group that the main guy makes
Oh,
to
yeah,
take down
yeah.
the corporation.
Right. Oh wait. No, never mind. We're talking about two different iRobots, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the show iRobot.
No, I have no idea.
So
I know you would. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he Ronnie Malik is the main character in it, and he creates it's called F Society, which is basically to take down corporate America because they in this dystopian there's one company E Corp that basically controls like
everything.
But like it could be a similar thing because
Yeah.
he was kind of like more the face of it, and
Yeah.
he had a bunch of people working for him. Who
Right.
knows?
Absolutely.
And it also there could be more to come. We don't
yeah,
know.
I would love to know. I'd love to.
We'll
know.
find out.
Like, and the thing is, all this stuff is so not public. You know what I mean? They're not going to talk about him directly for a while.
I'm really curious to see the YouTube videos. What comes out?
know. And it's not like they can stop that, can they?
YouTube could.
Yeah, but I don't think they do
But
that kind
I
of thing.
think that would be a lot of backlash.
It is. I don't think YouTube does that kind of shit unless it's part of their terms of service where it's like, oh, is there kids? Is there pornography? Is there, harm? Or is there anything like that kind
Yeah.
of thing? If it's any of those, it gets taken off. If it's not,
But if it's a guy just
They
sitting,
kind of just go freedom of speech, man. Like you can't say things.
if a guy's just sitting there being like, "This is why I did it,"
Yeah. It's not like he's being like, I'm going to fucking kill each and every one of you and fucking, you know what I mean? I'm just obviously spitballing again.
I also would that get kicked off?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. If he's just like sitting there threatening, yeah, he'll
Okay,
that'll
yeah,
just
maybe,
get
yeah.
taken off, yeah.
But I think all of it is going to be in like past tense because he knows what.
Oh, either past tense but I bet she's super polite. I bet she's going to be really respectful, have his whole saying of what he has to say, and then be like signing off, click, and that'll be it. I think it'll just be a thing of him talking, and then that's it.
I hope it's like almost like
I want more though.
I want it to be like
more.
almost like a documentary, like showing the bad. Like I want him to have like done the research and like come up with proof to like kind of take down the company.
And be like, this is why we needed to do this, that kind of thing. These are the valid reasons that we believe our cause is justified in killing the CEO. That kind of thing.
That too. I more mean like I want like him to have dirt on the company to like cause an indictment.
That's
or
what I'm
something.
saying.
Okay, yeah.
That's literally what I'm saying.
Okay, the wording didn't hit my brain the right way.
I'm just saying they need to. I
Yeah.
want them to have some justification for doing what they needed to do.
Yeah, like evidence,
to do,
like
right?
evidence of them denying cases. Like
this person, they should have rightfully been approved on these claims because of these rules, but they decided these stipulations were not enough. That that kind of bullshit, and then they're like, "This is why we had to do something about it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love that. That'd be super cool. Like a real anti-hero.
yeah,
That's what I want. Not a villain. He's not a villain. He's most definitely an anti-hero. At this
he's almost like a Batman. More.
Not so Batman. Batman's very much still like, don't
but he
kill,
commits a lot of
don't.
Okay.
Whatever.
The only difference is that he killed.
Yeah. But Batman does not go around picking on CEOs. He's there for the little guy. It's not Batman. We're thinking more like, in all seriousness, it's more like Deadpool without all the brain damage.
Maybe, yeah.
Because Deadpool is whatever sways him. You know what I mean? Wherever he decides to go, that's what he wants to do. Batman still has a compass. You know what I mean? Batman still has a moral compass where it's like, this is it. This is how it is. No gray area.
Yeah.
I only fight for the people. That kind of thing. Like, he's not going to go out and kill a C. I know what you're saying, like, where Batman is very much like he's in the dark, right? But he's still good guy. Batman is good guy. Always has been. Always has been. Know what I mean?
The closest similarity other than that would be the iRobot F Society.
Right, okay.
That's the only other...
That's
why I brought it up.
There's definitely other people. There's other caricatures
Absolutely.
and stuff that are more similar, you know what I mean?
But also because I don't think it's him acting alone.
I know. It's too many... Think about all the steps he had to take. Think about all the places he had to be. Think about all the equipment and all the knowledge and the resources he had to use. There's no way one dude has this. Well, and it's not about money either. It's about connections. It's about fucking locations and getting to places and having the right information.
And also, the biggest thing for me is not getting caught in the process.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, how did you not?
Because, like, assuming that...
You had to move places. You had to move through networks. Like, how did you not get caught?
Okay, how do you get from Hawaii to New York? Because that's his last known address.
Without anyone asking questions.
Like, how do you try and go all these, like, that? Well, that's why he took, like, Greyhound buses and, like, but to know where you could get caught and, like,
what leeway he had, what, you know?
Because traveling with a gun with a suppressor, 4 fake IDs, probably a bunch of money, also the Monopoly money.
What if?
Let's hear the
What
theory.
if he didn't travel with any of it?
Got it all in New York? Maybe. Okay.
What if there was a bag hidden in an alleyway?
My thing is, I wonder if the fake IDs were in order to get him there, though.
That part I can understand. Don't get me wrong.
Maybe the gun.
Everything else, though. Maybe everything else was in a nice, neat little backpack down the alleyway, and he just had to run down, grab it, and be ready to go. You need to be here in this alley at this time on this day. Yes, sir. Right? There goes that whole organization thing.
That's what I mean.
Right? You know what I mean? If it's a group, then maybe he is just a pawn.
Or maybe he planted the gun a year ago in a lockbox somewhere.
Right? Because I fucking don't think you're traveling with a suppressor.
And bullets with fucking words on them.
Like, for me, in my opinion, a gun is one thing that's hard to travel with. Bullets, it's hard to travel with. Like, you know what I mean? But a suppressor, though, man.
On public transit, too. That's the...
A suppressor. I'm pretty sure those are fucking just not allowed in most states, is it not?
I'm not sure what the rules are.
I'm not confident. Don't take my word for it. Gun nuts and whatever else. I don't give a fuck if you... Whatever. Point being is, I'm pretty sure they're way more stringent with
I don't think
suppressors.
you can walk around with a gun with a suppressor.
No, you definitely can't.
You can have a handgun.
Yeah, you can definitely have... I know that's wild, eh? But I don't think a suppressor. I think a suppressor is like a big no-no.
And he probably had... And if he had... I want to know also were they subsonic rounds?
Because you've heard subsonic rounds out of a suppressor, right? It's like... Clink, clink,
Wait, you've heard them? You more hear...
You hear the shell casing.
You hear the shell casing or the... Like
the action.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
like
it.
You hear the slide pullback.
So cool. It's so cool. It's so cool, man. I fucking think subsonic rounds are cool. And that's what people always imagine suppressors actually do.
Yeah, no, a suppressor plus subsonic
is the only quiet gun. You know what I mean? Whereas like more normal suppressors just suppress.
Yeah.
They do a little bit of work, you know what I mean? They take it down a notch. A lot of them are just like flash suppressors or whatever, right? So there's no muzzle flash or whatever.
Well, okay, the other thing is because he shot him 3 times, basically walked to Central Park immediately after. Nobody even realized.
Nothing. Yeah. So it had to be subsonic.
Well, he was like sitting on a bench. Like he was literally just waiting for the guy to walk by, stood up, bop, 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 and probably just like walked away.
So sick. I want to see camera footage.
You haven't seen the footage
of him actually shooting him?
Yeah.
Okay, I will watch it later.
Yeah, no, there's just the planning.
There's too many steps for this to have happened.
No, that's why
3 days ago.
That's why they're like, is this guy a fucking hitman?
You know, that's
when it first
right?
happened. They're like, was this a hit?
Yeah. Which it could be, and that could also just go along with the whole organization thing or whatever else. So.
How do we know that the guy that actually did hit this guy in custody? Just because he had all the stuff, could be a fall guy still.
Who knows? Yeah.
Could be a lookalike fall guy.
Yep. Hey, man, guess what? Also, and I'm just going to keep going with this, but like maybe he's also part of the organization. And he's like, you're the fall guy. We need Timmy Bob to be present for this next job. I need him. He's got these skills. Like whoever the fuck knows.
Look at the shooting. The guy that shot like Trump or whatnot. How the pictures they were posting was like the wrong guy and then whatnot. And it was like ended up being some like random.
Yep. Complete. No one we thought. It's like, what the fuck?
There's just some weird stuff happening in America right now.
Very strange.
I don't know. Maybe the next few years are going to be real interesting. Okay. To make it more lighthearted now.
Okay.
Still on the same subject. I've been seeing a lot of comedic posts surrounding it.
Oh, the CEO's killings and stuff like that.
The CEO... Yeah, we're gonna make $5 footlongs, bang bang, $4 footlongs, and then it's like Chipotle just increased their prices, and the CEO, yeah.
I've seen that shit, dude.
There's been so many,
too many now. It's like, oh my god, human race really is fucking unoriginal. Man. Like, okay, fucking boring, dude.
But the thing is, though, is because like the sentiment towards this guy hasn't been like, oh my god, like his family. It's been ha 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 ha. The company.
I wish I wasn't so about it, but I'm there, man.
The company posted like a thing saying like,
oh, in memoriam, blah blah.
Yeah, that our beloved CEO.
I'm pretty sure the comments lit that shit up, didn't it?
Okay, because you can like have like dislike or
laugh and shit like that.
The laugh react was like 77,000, which was like all of them. Everyone was just laughing. Nobody cares. Everyone's like, yeah, good.
Yeah, fuck you. It's like, I'm not saying that he didn't have, He
was still a human being and shouldn't have been killed.
I'm not saying validity to that. What I'm saying is it's like, I don't really sympathize. I'm sorry. But obviously, to some degree, this guy did maybe some bad things. Or maybe not. But like, I'm going to be honest with you. No offense, America, but I kind of blanket you guys with just shit decisions and fucking bad things going on, especially in your healthcare system. Whenever I hear anything about American healthcare, I'm like, oh, how bad did it get this time?
Oh, healthcare and big pharma?
Yeah. I just assume the worst. I've never heard a good story, so why would I assume a good thing? You know what I mean? So I'm assuming this guy's kind of a piece of shit who got killed, regardless of whether or not our new martyr friend is actually a good person or not. That's not my argument. The CEO is probably a piece of shit, and it's like no one gives a fuck, man.
Well, did you see that CEO that inherited whatever healthcare company, and he like jacked up the price of like what was it, like insulin?
Oh,
like he got like 20 years or something.
His name is yeah. No, he fucking. God damn it.
But purely just for profit. Like
Yep.
that is the problem with American healthcare is it is pure profit.
That's all it
Which,
is, man.
Okay, I understand you run a business, but also think about it's people's lives. That is your business.
Yep.
And sacrificing people to make more money.
Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, that was a huge story.
5,000%.
Oh, I said what, 600?
Yep. 5,000%.
On insulin, right?
I'm pretty sure it's insulin, yeah.
But it was other ones too. Like,
and a life-saving drug by 5,000% so people can go fucking die.
there were also like certain pills that like cost like $5 to make that were thousands of dollars. Like,
Look at this ugly fuck.
oh,
What a Goomba.
and if I'm not mistaken, in court he was like he thought it was hilarious.
Dude, I'd love to punch him out. I'm not going to lie.
No, because I think he inherited like the company or something, or like his position because he's super
You
young.
want to hear some shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so Martin Shkreli is a American investor and businessman, co-founder of the hedge funds Elia Capital, MSMB Capital Management, and MSMB Healthcare. The founder and former CEO of pharmaceutical firms Retrofin and Turing Pharmaceuticals. Former CEO of Godel Systems. Yeah, basically.
So he was a rich guy. What? What did you just read?
Holy shit, dude. He obtained the manufacturing license for the antiparasitic drug Daraprim, and raised its price to insurance companies from $1,350 to $750.
Yep.
Wait, per pill.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a fucking loser. You're probably never gonna watch this episode, you fucking loser.
I don't think he's ever getting into jail.
I honestly just kind of hope he doesn't get to die. I want him to be immortal.
Have you seen?
And then, like, in all seriousness, like, tortured for eternity.
Have you seen? Is it in like Sweden or one of those countries where they're like experimenting with? They pretty much will give you like a drug that makes you like go to sleep or whatever, but time moves so slow that you basically like in a year you could live out like a 25-year sentence, and you're like it feels that long.
Oh.
So you like go to sleep and it feels like you've been a lot like.
So you could fucking.
It feels like you've been in
make
prison.
a year last like 25 years, but what if we make 25 years last like 2,500 years?
That reminded me of it.
I like that.
So yeah, you could have someone serve 100-year sentence mentally.
No, I want 1,000. I want to see what happens when you break a man.
I think you wake up crazy.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Sit with yourself for 1,000 years.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not good. It's not going to be good. You'll probably have more U's in there. There's going to be a few U's in there.
I just watched a movie. It's called The Inheritance. Came out in like 2020.
I've heard of it.
Watch it. Okay.
I'm wondering if I have.
So it is basically this super rich guy ends up passing away, and it starts off with him dying. For reference, he's like hundreds of millions of dollars, hedge fund guy, like, and also a very bad man. But he dies. Family, there's like a reading of the will. The one son gets like 20 million, another one gets whatever, and then the daughter, who's basically was like golden child in his eyes, gets like $1 million. But then after everyone leaves, the lawyer reading the will is like, your father like wanted to give you this, and it was a flash drive with a key. The instructions were like, go out back. I guess if you're seeing this, it's because I died and I didn't tell you while I was live. Like, I'm sorry. He goes out back. She goes down into this like secret basement, and there's a guy there that's like chained up, and he's like an old man.
There's a guy there.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
And then as the movie, like, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but as the movie goes on, he's been there for like 30 years, and her dad basically didn't have the heart to kill him, but like confided in him like every sturdy little secret, whatnot. He was like his confidant, and he like
Against his will, but yeah.
against his will, yeah.
That's messed
And
up.
he like there's pictures like because the dad would like beat him like this was keep in mind you find out at the end that this is actually a truly bad person that he did have down there, but he never had to kill him and gave him all the options to kill himself. But this guy, lunatic, he's like, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm gonna somehow get out. Eventually, she like releases him, whatnot, and
what?
so is why he was down there is because when they were both super young,
Yeah.
like 30 years ago,
Uh-huh.
so they were probably like in their 20s.
Uh-huh.
They like her dad had gambling issues with like prostitutes. Like he was just a degenerate, rich degenerate guy.
Yeah.
They were driving drunk and fucking hit a guy, like driving, and he died. Buried him, and the guy that was in the basement, Malcolm or something.
Sure.
In his head, he's like, I'm going to use this like over him for life, and I have control over him. And the dad fucking knocked him out, and then like trained him up so he couldn't have this over him because he didn't have the heart to kill him.
What? That's so weird.
And then you find out at the end that the daughter is actually his daughter because he raped the wife. It's a psychological thriller.
That's wild.
But yeah, so this guy was in the basement for like 30 fucking years.
That's crazy.
And knew every little secret and wanted to like tear down the family legacy.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, super sick.
That's cool.
Since we were talking about life sentences.
No kidding. That took a turn.
Yeah.
That was quite the turn. Holy shit.
Great movie.
That sounds like a good movie.
I wasn't sure at the beginning because it's kind of a slow burn, but it picks up.
I like slow burns though.
And then you find out about like all the corruption and like
Yeah.
like because she's like the DA of New York. Funny that we're talking about New York.
Wow.
And she thought that she got there basically like on her own. And it's like, no, your dad got you that. So then you could like do this. And then like her brother's like a politician who like they paid off like all the unions to like vote for him to get him in.
God, dude.
And this
What
guy
the
knew
fuck?
everything. And that's why her dad never let him out because this guy knew, yeah. And then when he got out, he wanted like,
Yeah.
crazy.
That is fucked. What the fuck? That's
The Inheritance. Go watch it.
Go watch it. I just told you the whole movie, but go watch it.
No, I didn't. Though.
No? There's still a lot?
Oh my God. I gave you like the big pieces, but you don't know how they like come together. And there's so much more.
Oh, he's only in 7 years.
But isn't he like, he has like a bunch of stipulations when he gets out,
Just
doesn't
a
he?
bunch of fines. He was, in May 2022, he was released early from the low-security federal prison in Allenwood, Pennsylvania. Is permanently banned from serving as an officer of any publicly traded company.
Oh.
Oh, so we can go kill him.
Maybe he's next.
Yeah, well. Dude, what a piece of shit.
For real, though. Like, I'm all for, well, obviously, we're all for profit.
Don't get me wrong. Making money's great, but not at the fucking... He's a League of Legends player.
Of course he is.
Oh, he's a huge fag. And
Yeah.
by the way, fag does not mean gay.
Even when he got put into jail, if I'm not mistaken, like in all the court and stuff, he was like arrogant and like he did not.
I've seen the videos of him, and he's all teeth.
He was
smiling,
laughing. He thought it was hilarious.
grinning. He's like, hee, hee, hee.
He's like, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I killed a bunch of people. Cool. No, he's unhinged.
7 years, and didn't even serve it all.
And what? So he's not allowed to basically be in corporate America anymore?
Just as a financial officer, he could do fucking anything else. Yeah. Like, know what I mean? That's all that means is just he can't deal with like NASDAQ and shit like that. You know what I mean? He's not allowed. But if he were to start a business, what's to stop him?
Well, and wasn't he the founder of that company?
Yeah. Former hedge fund manager and biotech founder.
So that's not to say he couldn't found another one.
Turing Fire McCuticles, Retrofin.
That's like what's his name? Jordan Belfort. They did like a similar thing to him.
Who?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. Right.
He's not allowed to trade.
See? Serving as an officer of any public traded company.
So he could be private.
So he literally just can't do trades. That's all he's not allowed to do.
Well, he's not allowed. What does it say? He's
It
not.
literally says, as an officer of any publicly traded company. So basically, he can't deal with that side of any business.
Well, so he's not allowed to be like a CEO, CFO, COO.
Sure.
These are all officers.
Still own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can still own it and be like, you're the CEO then. Right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
There's got to be more stipulation.
There has to be. Because that's some horse shit. He didn't even serve his whole sentence. Fucking guy's got to die.
And he's probably still got tons of money in contacts.
Oh, dude, you don't pay $80 million in fines and shit and not be okay still after. Know what I mean?
Well, did you see Jordan Belfort? He has to pay 75 cents for every dollar he makes.
That's hard.
Like, basically, that's what it works out to.
Shit.
And he's still a millionaire. Like, multi-millionaire. And he has a 75% tax, basically. Because, I forget, it's like half of what he makes has to go to paying his reparations and then, like, tax on top of that. Like, normal taxes.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he's not, and I don't think he's allowed to trade. Like, he's not allowed to be a hedge fund manager or trade stocks or anything.
And now I need to look this up.
What, Jordan Belfort?
Yeah.
It's
no,
crazy.
no, not all of it. I just want to know fucking what, like, a percentage. Like, I want to see what kind of number.
He's talked about it on his podcast.
That's so cool. Can't believe he's still kicking, too.
Well, because you know the end of Wolf of Wall Street, for anyone that, for most, like, a lot of people watch that movie.
Come on. It's fucking been out. They can suck it off.
No, I'm just saying. I
thought you were saying, like.
I'm not safeguarding it.
I was
no.
like, really?
It's been out for a long time, and I'm like, everyone's probably watched it.
Yeah.
The last scene when Leonardo DiCaprio is giving like a speech after he gets out of prison, and then they introduce like a speaker. Jordan Belfort comes on. That scene wasn't even supposed to be in the movie because I think he like was just got out of jail when they were making it, and then he ended up becoming a millionaire again afterwards. Like because the movie like had a lot of delays.
Yeah.
So throughout the movie being filmed, he was able to become like a millionaire again, and that's why he was in the movie. And there's that whole last scene. I forget exactly how it is.
Yeah, I forget too, but yeah. Oh, dude, that's so nuts.
But imagine, he went.
You take long enough.
He went from here to here
to back,
and with every stipulation they could throw at him,
he still made it almost right to the top.
So that goes to show though that what you learn in the process, well, that's why like billionaires can lose it all and get it all back because it's you don't lose the knowledge.
No, yeah.
You never lost the knowledge.
No, exactly.
You just lost the money.
You've done it. You can do it again.
It's like Hormozy. If he lost everything tomorrow, he'd be worth $100 million in a few years.
Yeah, like it wouldn't even matter. Yeah,
like
he's probably got a nice little nest egg somewhere, just waiting for his failure. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I failed. Okay, I'll go get the $2 billion out. You know what I mean? Like
his mind, that guy's mindset scares me.
It's wild, dude. It's wild.
You want to know? I was watching Diary of a CEO.
Okay.
Stephen Barrett and Alex Hormozy, and
Alex.
He is actually a full human. He was like almost crying on it.
Oh, Alex was
when he was talking about Layla.
Amazing.
About how she always had his back.
Oh.
It was. I was like, because it would be like he'd say something. He's like,
That's hectic.
Yeah, man, like she was just like there for me, and
that's
what every guy like really wants, or at least like what I know I needed.
Yeah. And he takes some more deep breaths, and he's like, "Oh, I get it."
And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I actually really like that. I like that when they can still make it through. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Still not instead of just fucking sobbing and breaking down.
I couldn't picture him crying.
Fucking one of my favorite bands, fucking Caleb. He was up on stage and he's like giving a little testimony about why this song is important, and his grandfather's like, "Rest in power," right before he starts singing. And I was like, God damn, dude, that's so sick. Like, it just gives it that energy.
Well, you see the emotion.
Yeah, dude.
You're not like
Makes
this guy's
raw.
You're like this is
this is real.
This is a real person.
Visceral. You know what I mean? Like, he feels this. I bet you every time he sings it, or every time he thinks about those situations that Alex dealt with, that if she wasn't there, he wouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Those are the triggers right there. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's cool.
It was pretty sick.
I think that's cool.
I just watched it and I
Yeah,
was
that's
like, this is awesome.
It is neat. I like that shit. You know, but then other side of the coin though, there are some celebrities who do it too much.
Well, it seems disingenuous.
Bert Kreischer. Bert.
Yeah.
Fucking Kreischer. He cries at every fucking drop of the hat.
Really?
Every drop of the hat, buddy. Like you start talking about his kids or start talking about, fucking his life or how much he wishes he was there for them or fucking this or that. Just all the time. Really? All the time, dude. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's like, I get it if it's like that moment, but like he'll just bring it up and then he'll start crying. And you're like,
I get it, but
it's just a show now, man. Like you're really making an effort to do this.
That's why I think also when you don't see that side of someone all the time,
then it makes it more impactful. It's the same thing as anything else in real life.
Have you ever seen a clip of Hormozy getting emotional?
Go talk to a guy that never swears. Go talk to a guy that never swears ever.
And when he's swearing,
he goes, Jesus fucking Christ.
You're like,
holy
what just
shit.
happened? Who
yes,
died?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the difference. It's reserving yourself until it's necessary, and then it makes a huge impact, right?
Well,
but if you say fuck every 10 seconds, fuck means nothing.
Or when you see a guy that's never angry, and then he's angry,
snaps, and you're like, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
I don't know how he is when he's angry, because he's never angry. You know what I mean? So now I don't know if he might just end up murdering me. You know what I mean? But that's the same with anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like anything like that. If you don't do something a lot and then it happens or you say something or you do whatever, then it's shocking.
Yeah, because it's out of the norm.
Out of your norm. Yeah, 100%. I always found that fascinating. That's where the whole be mysterious thing comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, just keep yourself quiet and reserved and whatever. And it's like, okay, just be your personality. I don't know. But I always found that fascinating, though. It is a cool feat.
100%.
When somebody is not a usual way, and then it shows that, and you're like, oh, fuck. It's real interesting.
It's more impactful, like you said.
100%. That's one thing about the whole swearing thing. It's like, I'm not saying that, in all seriousness, I don't really believe in the whole swearing is not whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's part of language. But sometimes I do wish that I would like tone it down just a little bit. Not for anyone else. For my own self.
No, I'm like...
Because then I feel stupider. Sorry. More stupid. Because...
That was a stupider coming out.
The less words you know, the less you're able to...
You seem less sophisticated.
You're not able to get points across without
articulate.
Cursing? Why can't you get a point across? You know what I mean? Like, why can't you make a point meaningful and impactful without being like, well, fuck that shit, man. You know what I mean? It's like, well, okay, why fuck that shit then?
Yeah. Like, I don't think Hormozy doesn't swear in any of his videos.
Nope, I don't think so.
Apparently, Layla does a lot, though.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
She's always cursing. I've seen a couple of videos where he's straight-laced the whole time, and she's like, oh, shit. Like, and fucking, I'm like, what are you guys doing? But that's my parents. In public, my mom is more ready to say fucking shit and does shit. Where my dad is just... He's not reserved because he's like, oh, I need to be. He just has that for himself. He's like, I don't need to fucking swear every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's my dad. Whereas my mom, why I swear all the time.
Sailor?
Is her.
Same.
Dead ass. Like, oh my God. My mom would always be like, don't say those things. I'm like, I don't think you can say that. You literally.
You just swore at me 4 times.
Like, I'm pretty sure you've sworn 20 times every day since I've been born. In front of me. Like, I know these words well. I know their meanings. I can use them in multiple instances. You know what I mean?
They're very versatile.
Super versatile. You can fuck a fucking fuck, man. Those are all 4 fucking different things.
Okay.
Like, actually, it's crazy.
Depending on your tone and the context, a swear word can be a filler. Which is why a more sophisticated person will just put the word that should be there.
A proper word. Exactly. Which is great and all if you're just shooting the shit with the boys and whatever, but it's like, I would like to not be so fucking Neanderthalic.
More in like, obviously if it's just us, who cares?
Who cares?
I guess, more as a presentation. You
Yeah.
seem more...
Yeah. And then when you do swear, it does make an impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what that's for, really?
Yeah, like if I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's going on?
It's
what's
like
happening.
something's bad.
Yeah, whereas if I say, oh, fuck, every 10 seconds, all the time, which I do, I say fuck
It's
every...
like
it just
the boy who
me-
cried wolf.
That's literally... That's funny how...
Like, this shit's fucked.
No, it's literally the same
if
thing.
you're always like, oh, this shit's fucked, I'll be like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
meanwhile,
whatever.
the house could be on fire.
Yeah, and you're like... But if a normal guy, if that's not that fucked and it's messed up, he goes, this is all screwed up. We got to fix this.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, let's fix it. But if that same guy says the same thing all the time and then he comes across something, goes, oh, fuck, this is fucked. Then you're like, fuck, this is fucked.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit. Yep, you're right. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, perfect example. Fuck you. When that tube got caught fire and my one general, Reed, is going, shut it the fuck down. Turn it the fuck off. No, fuck. And I'm like,
No.
Oh, it's really getting bad then because I've never heard him curse a day in my life. I've never heard him raise his voice. So this is really good. This is really good. And everyone's like, evacuate. And in my head, I'm like, we're all going to die. If it does blow up, we're all dead.
Yeah.
Bayview's dead.
Yeah.
Let
No, I
alone
would have
anyone
been
on
sleeping.
site.
I would have been. I would just never woke up.
vaporized. It would have been pretty decent.
Yeah, better than yours. You'd at least see it. You'd see it coming.
I think I would have liked it.
Just like.
Just sit there and be like, well, this is all right, man.
Didn't you say there was one guy sitting in the stairway and he was just like, there's no point.
Oh,
leaving?
that was the thing. I wasn't working there yet.
Oh.
That's a crazy story. When the bustle main blew up and exploded the command room. Like the command room didn't exist anymore. The whole side of that building was gone. It blew up like an explosion.
yeah, is
and
that
the
when
guy
that-
was on the stairs and he just fucking lit a dart and everyone was running and he's like, "You won't make it," and he just started smoking, and he was right. He 100% was right. It blew up like a second later. Yeah. That's
Well,
about as hard as nails.
I remember that was like 10 years ago.
It was a while ago now. Yeah,
Because
probably 15. It's 24 now. 20,
maybe
24.
I was young because I remember it shook my house. Like
Yeah.
like the cabinets opened.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure I felt it in my house.
Probably
And
no,
that's over there.
and
yeah.
it was like they also like lost a piece of that building. It was like a
Yep.
giant the blast doors blew, and they're like in the St. Mary's River.
Mhm.
And if they would have went anywhere else, it would have taken out anything.
Yeah. It just went through wherever it needed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's however many thousands of tons probably of steel.
And how many thousands upon thousands of miles per hour is it flying now in the air?
And how much pressure's behind it?
That kinetic energy is not stopping. Water would have been the only thing that stopped it. Oh, I would have loved to see video. Oh, dude, there's got to be someone who has something.
Actually, probably. I imagine.
I just want to see.
Never mind. I was in another one of the mills when it was like in the winter, and when you mix steel with water.
I know. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that happened. I was
Well, that's what happened also last year. Remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
This was a lot more steel and a lot more water. So picture that. I was downstairs in the trailer when it happened, and like you see the building light up with sparks. And there were guys that were like by the blast doors of it, and they watched them shake. And when we say blast doors, we don't mean a little thin piece of steel.
No, they're
We mean-
actual blasting doors.
No, we mean like doors the size of the room we're in, and they're
Yeah.
like 3 feet fucking thick.
And like they're supposed to not move at all. At all.
Oh yeah, no, those like if those
They
blow,
weigh thousands and thousands of tons, and if they move, that's a problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Like when they vibrate like that, you're like, I'm gonna walk away.
oh,
I'm
because
going the other
because the
direction.
thing is, if those doors blow off, there is nothing that's going to stop them other than eventually they'll just slow down.
Yeah. Whatever they hit,
It's gone.
and you're just subtracting from speed. It's
Yeah.
not gonna dead stop.
Yeah,
there.
you can slow it
Yeah.
down, and eventually it'll stop.
Yeah, eventually. But
How
it's like,
much is it going to take out?
How far are we going? Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy, dude. I'd love to see that video though. Oh my god. I just want to see like
Apparently, it went like a few kilometers. No, like it moved.
I'd love to see it just land in the water.
that
though.
guy though is hard as fuck. That's nails.
That's so nails. You're never gonna make it. Lights a dart.
And I'm going to assume he lived.
No, he's alive. He's doing good.
And he's probably still working there?
I actually don't know, but probably. He probably just moved areas. You know what I mean? Like,
He probably
I'm okay.
Or maybe he probably didn't move areas.
Yeah, maybe he just retired. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, assuming he was an older guy?
Yeah, like 40s, 50s, so not that old, but
So,
old enough.
But I bet, like, by now he'd probably be
probably.
retired. He
Yeah.
probably stayed out his
And I've
days.
heard the story from like 3 or 4 people. So this is a true story.
There's also...
Those guys were in that furnace when this happened. Yeah.
There's a story in the basement where there was, like, a giant leak, and a guy went to go check on it, lit a dart, and, like, the whole battery blew up.
Obviously, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, like, I think it was, like, 5 guys died. The whole, like... Oh... It was in, like, the 70s.
Oh, okay.
It was, like, one of the old batteries.
Oof.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. I've seen pictures of the original oxygen furnace at Two Shop. I don't know if it was called Two Shop then. Either way, at Two Shop, which is, by the way, it's the steel making area. I'm in iron making, so I make the iron portion, the pig iron, and then it gets sent off.
Yeah, they just add the stuff to make it
They add
better
shit,
steel.
make it steel, right? And he makes the coke, and then the fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
matter.
think we've explained it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clarify. But, fuck, what was I just saying?
You've seen in Two Shop something.
Oh yeah, no, I saw a picture of these guys in Two Shop. There's no gear, and this is like 1920 something.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 30, and they're just covered in black, like head to toe black. Eyes are the only things you can see, and they're just grinning. You know, they're all smiles. They're hanging off of probably a building that's 6 stories high.
Yeah.
And they're just like leaning off with ropes, just looking out what's going on down below. There's black shit everywhere. There's a fire off to the side, and I was like, that's just normal.
Well,
That was just standard issue.
look at the Empire State Building. Like those pictures of them building. No harnesses, no nothing.
Nothing. Just walking. Iron workers.
And
Real iron workers.
And it's probably like 20 stories, not 8.
What?
Two Shop.
Oh, I didn't mean exactly at that position.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean at the top or anything.
Oh, okay.
No, they were only like 5-6 stories
Oh,
up or
okay,
something like
okay.
that. But
I thought you
still.
meant the building.
No, that shit's fucking tall as shit. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's 20, maybe 30 fucking stories. No, they were just at a part of it
Oh,
where
okay.
like one of the oxygen furnaces were kind of area.
Okay, yeah.
And they were on like a decking kind of thing, but the decking had no railings. There was ropes and there was just open fucking ledges everywhere, and I was like, holy shit, dude.
Oh, it's still like that.
Yeah, I get that, but it's still like
Yeah.
you're not the access is not the same.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not just willy nilly fucking hanging off girders and shit, right?
Is what you're thinking of the oxygen furnace like the vessels.
Yeah.
And I know the exact walkway you're talking about because I've been on it.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's you walk pretty much to the end of the building, and then there's like a door, and then there's like a bench set up so you can like sit and have a smoke because you can't smoke in the building.
Oh wow.
But then part of it's railinged off, and then part of it you have to put like fall arrest to keep going.
See, there you go. Yeah, but they didn't have that before.
There was probably no railing like whatsoever, but I'm saying it still exists.
I meant not even a fucking harness, but yeah.
Oh,
no
yeah.
railing at all is the truth. Yeah.
And it's I walked out on it and I was like looked down and I'm like,
I'm good. Not my thing. That is totally not my thing.
yeah.
Ouch.
Do we want to talk about some of the quotes I've seen? Finish it off with those.
Yeah, you know what? Start off with one there.
You got some?
I think I might have one.
Okay.
What are we thinking?
So the first one, you're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of what other people will think if you fail. But if you're afraid,
This is the truth.
if you're afraid of the image, wait.
Come on.
What?
Do it again.
I spelled it wrong.
Oh, you fucked it.
Okay. You're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of what other people will think if you fail. But if you're afraid of that image, of what they think of you if you're not even trying. Oh yeah, they aren't. Oh my god, that was terrible. I didn't put commas. I messed up. That's my mistake. I meant to go through it again. Basically, the thing
You're not
is,
afraid of failing. You're afraid of what other people will think of you if you fail. But
imagine
if you're afraid of that, imagine what they think of you if you're not even going to try.
they aren't.
Yeah, they don't care. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to work on this.
No, I'm gonna we didn't do them. I'm gonna do them for the next one. I forgot to put. I was writing them
Forgot
quick.
that? It looks like you forgot a lot more than that.
You know,
In one sentence, I can't even.
we'll do better next time.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're good ones.
I almost want to type that one out again in my own way underneath it just to show you how brutal yours was. That's how
There's
bad
like
it
3
is,
commas missing.
dude. Not just commas, my friend.
No, the words are right.
Okay.
The words are right.
All right.
The rest is not.
There's a few in there that aren't right, but that's okay.
You know, no, I think it's the way it was worded because it's a quote by someone else. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna redo those. We'll do a segment the next time for those. And you can say your quote though.
What is that?
This is just a statistic I seen and I thought it was crazy.
It's a statistic?
Yeah, Jordan Peterson said it because he now lives in America.
Oh yeah. I remember. It's good for him.
What do you got?
I don't know. I fucking love this quote.
Go.
This one fucks me up literally every goddamn time. I don't know why. No man ever steps into the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man.
Oh, I've seen that a million times.
I never get tired of it.
Well, because a river's always flowing and you're always changing.
Always changing. Everything's always changing. Life is changing. So even like, for example, like
that's like a who's that by? Do you know?
I forget, but it was a
like
philosopher.
Yeah.
Now, think about it this way. It's like it applies to life in every single way, right? It's like, what if you went back to the old job? What if you went and got a job at Tenaris?
Yep.
It's technically the same river, but it's not the same water anymore. And you're not the same guy.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination, right? And that applies to everything. Going back to a relationship.
Yeah.
Going back to this. That's why even if you go back to this relationship, it's not
the same relationship.
Exactly.
No, it applies to everything.
Exactly. It's crazy to think about. It applies to everything. It's so crazy. Because, like, that's what happened with me and my ex, right? Like, we went back again, and it was like, this is not even the same thing that was.
Well, because these are two different people, and now there isn't that past either. Like, yes.
It was totally
weird.
weird.
Same as in 10 years, say you and your girlfriend are still together. You will not be the same people. Will not be the same relationship.
No. It will have evolved. It will have grown.
And the relationship, I would say, would be the river, and you would be the people walking into it.
Exactly. Well, I would hope so. I know.
For anyone that's confused about my analogy,
I love it.
I'm just trying to help the stupidity people.
The dumbers.
The dumbers.
The dum-dums.
I also like the stop complaining about the results you didn't get for the work you didn't put in. There's more to it, but basically that. Like, don't complain about the results you're getting for the work you're not putting in.
Oh, yeah, of course. No, of course. And honestly, that's something that I've had to work on when I was younger. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is never happening. And it's because, yeah, you didn't do anything for that, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like, oh, yeah, all right. For example, I didn't lose that pound of weight this week. Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
I didn't do the actual cardio, or I didn't do this, or I didn't eat properly, right? It's like, who are you going to blame, man?
And then the second half of it is the only way to become more successful than most people is to do what most people aren't willing to do.
It's just standard. It's just standard.
It's a very standard quote, but some people need to hear that.
But that's, again, that applies to almost anything that you want, right?
Yeah.
It's like, for example, this kind of thing. It's, most people aren't going to go all the way and do a podcast, but...
Well, that would be like, you want to have a successful podcast, but you don't do the work to make it happen. And most people don't.
We could have left it at where we were a year ago.
Yeah.
Just fucking...
Gotta put the work in.
Camera and 2 shit fucking mics. And we
Yeah.
could have just kept posting them like that.
And then been like, why is
this is not working? But if we had just accepted that that's all we were doing with it,
that's different.
then we would have been like, okay, it's not growing, but that's because we didn't care to have that happen.
It's more if you're looking for a desired result. You have
I understand. I understand. I'm just saying that we would have had to have made, in our position, because we're not stupid.
Yeah.
We would have made a conscious choice then to be like, okay, this is not for growth.
Yeah.
This is just like a diary then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's
also
we want to have fun with it. We want to see how we can push it.
That's also like what your expectation is.
Exactly.
And setting like proper expectations.
That's it. You have to kind of have a balance of both things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like our expectation right now is to grow and become better at it.
Yeah. But
if we stayed doing the same thing.
But also my expectation is not by March to have 10,500 followers. You know what I mean?
No. The expectation
that's a bit
is
ridiculous.
Growth.
Exactly. It's growth. I'm not setting a number necessarily, but I want to see progress.
Yeah.
If we see movement this way, I'm okay.
Then we'll keep doing what
however
we're doing.
It's going. Yeah.
But also once we don't see progress,
stagnant, you change
then
things.
we
change things.
Yeah.
That's all.
we'll end it off.
With the Jordan Peterson thing?
Yeah. The richest province is poorer than the poorest state.
Yeah.
And it's only happened in the last 10 years under Trudeau.
Yeah, I know.
Did you all see Elon Musk wants to back Pierre Poilievre?
Yeah, good.
He already got one candidate.
Like, I know Elon's like Elon, and I'm not saying
Lex
like
Luthor, you mean?
I'm not like a. Here's the thing. I'm right now in the position of I'm playing the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm pro this, pro that, or against this or against that.
Yeah.
Because
You're Sweden.
I also don't know what's coming out. I don't know the outcomes of these things. Maybe I'm not smart enough. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. Genuinely, I can't imagine really anyone on this planet right now knows how the Trump, the Elon, the this, the Pierre, the Trudeau, the this, those situations, no one really knows how it's going to outcome.
Yep.
So I can't say that Pierre's a piece of shit or a good guy. I can't say Trudeau I can. He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser. Everyone else, though,
He's the next one on
I
the
don't
list.
know, man. And, like, you can have your dislikes of Elon. He's kind of he's eccentric. He has some weird opinions. And he doesn't probably find himself to be entirely human. So I get it. I kind of understand.
Yeah, he's narcissistic, like, whatnot.
Right. He's
He
an
has a slew
alien
of-
to some degree.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. So he doesn't exactly see
That brain should be
eye to
studied.
eye with fucking other humanoids, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't get it, which I understand. But that doesn't make me hate him, but it also doesn't make me love him. I'm just kind of sitting here neutral as Sweden, being like, what's going to happen? Where's this headed? I'm here for the ride.
I really like being a bystander.
It's
I like being informed, not opinionated.
huge difference. Huge difference, people. You can have opinions, but make sure it's worth having that opinion.
What is?
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know the quote where it's like about opinions, where it's like certain like I have strongly held opinions. It's basically like I forget how the quote goes.
Doesn't matter. Don't worry about the quote.
But
Just give me the.
it's basically you have really strong opinions until like there's a reason to change.
Yeah.
Like they're held strong. Like you have strong opinions, not held strongly, or like or no. I forget.
This is
I'm gonna
tough.
need to find
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
It's basically about having opinions and being able to change them. Like they're not your foundation identity.
Oh, you're saying don't make them your personality. Don't make it who you are.
And also, like, yeah, don't have it like sway other things.
Your opinion doesn't form you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'll find the quote for next week.
But yeah, essentially, it's like if you just watch and you let the information into you, you don't need to like be like, oh, that's fucking stupid, or oh, that's a shitty way to do things. It's like maybe I don't have the knowledge for that. Maybe I don't know quite right. I always have a hard time with those two. Quite right if that's the appropriate thing to do. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it is the right thing to do. But I also am just going to play it out.
Well, okay.
I'm not going to stick my 2 cents in because it's not worth 2 cents.
And obviously, with the podcast, we throw our opinions out a lot based off of information.
Sure.
But also, for everyone watching, most of these opinions could be swayed by a single piece of information.
Dude, like right now.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I'm not. Yes, absolutely. There's a few opinions where I'm like, fuck you, go die. This
Yeah.
is my opinion.
But like,
I don't care.
how many would you say you really
Fucking a half dozen, maybe. Out of the entire planet
But-
of everything. You
and
know
those
what I mean,
are probably
though?
also like your identity.
Yeah. It's like me, a part of me, or this thing. Or
Would you
that.
say it's closer to almost like your morals, or like would be the opinion, like that you hold them that close?
I see what you're saying. I don't think it's quite that, but I can see what you mean. It's in the same kind of ballpark.
Well,
of
basically, like your opinion on that forms like who you are. Like, are you saying those are the half dozen you have?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess so.
Because
Yeah,
I would say
everyone
like
has
also,
something like that. Yeah.
well, there's something where you're ride or die with this. Like,
Yep.
you're not swaying
100%.
this
But-
particular.
95% of what we talk about on here, if you give me valid information, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's right then.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. My opinion was wrong. Oh, it's fine. And
And most of it's more theorizing
I
than
can
opinions.
also just not take it to heart because I just came up with it. It's not like I created this opinion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have this opinion. I didn't create it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
I got it
doesn't-
based
it's-
off of other things.
It's
and
not fucking inherently who I am.
Yeah.
So why should I take offense to you being like, that's incorrect, this is the right information?
Well, also don't make your opinions your identity, like we said. That's the
Exactly.
main
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
To take from it, don't make your opinions your identity.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then, if an opinion is challenged, it feels like an attack on you.
It's very much like fucking people being like, excuse me, holy shit. Like with the car they drive or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I drive a Chevy. And it's like, that's all there is out there. It's just Chevys, man. Everything else is just fucking. So you've made your whole personality owning this truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same idea, right? It's like, why? You're investing too much into the wrong thing here, guy. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
invest into yourself.
Yeah, make it like about your like fucking wisdom or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm a fucking car guy at heart, but I'm not making it my whole life.
No.
I don't make it my personality. I don't involve you with every fucking conversation about the car. I don't, you know what I mean? There's time and place. Know when to speak.
Yeah, you're definitely more
There's
on the
Jason.
you're definitely more on the spectrum than me.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what my favorite car brand is?
Yeah.
Because guess what? There isn't one.
Yeah.
Because that's not part of my
And
identity at all.
I don't say I don't necessarily have like a favorite. You know what I mean? I don't have a favorite. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love Subies and I love whatever. But I wouldn't say I necessarily have a favorite, but I also but I do have some I dislike. See what I'm saying?
It's not closely held.
Yeah, no, because I do like every.
Okay, but
At the end of the day, every manufacturer makes something cool that I like. Every single one. Every
Okay,
single one.
Now let's put a hypothetical.
care.
Let's say Subaru came out with an absolute dog shit car next year.
Yeah.
You'd be the first to shit on it too.
Yeah, I'd be upset about it in the sense that it's like, oh, that's not quite Subaru.
You'd
or whatever.
you'd acknowledge that. Oh, but like a hardcore identity. Everything Subaru's good.
Yeah.
No, they defend it.
Yeah. They
Whereas I
defend
think
it,
you might defend
I'd
some of
just
the
be
good
like,
things.
Okay, it's got this, but you're missing out on the whole feel of this. You know what I mean? The new Forester just looks like any generic SUV. I'm pretty upset about that, and I'm upset about it in a sense of like, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not upset as in like, man, I was planning on buying a Forester next year. Now I'm fucking boycotting Subaru. No, dude, it's not that serious, man. It's just, oh, that's upsetting. I wish they would have kept the boxy style of the Forester that it always was known for instead of turning it into a generic piece of shit that everyone else drives. Yeah, you all drive pieces of shit fucking SUVs. There's my strong opinion. Fuck. Get a wagon. My God.
On that note,
Thanks for watching episode 42.
yeah, we'll see you next week. And hopefully we can follow up with anything we've talked about. Maybe there'll be new information.
I really want to see about that video with the CEO.
I know. So next week, if anything new comes out,
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
If nothing comes of it or
We'll
whatever,
just say at the
just
beginning that it
fucking
was-
nothing came of it.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave it be. But that'll be something we'll bring up. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. I know it's going to be like a week or two delayed of like that information flowing around, and I'm sure all that stuff will either be known or not. But
We're still going to talk about it.
we're still going to talk about it. Join us, like, subscribe, ring that bell, whatever the hell you got to do.
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, Rumble.
We're out.
Thanks, folks.
Peace.